Now you may be wondering why I just changed Steve's uniform, and that is I have an event this weekend, and I usually do it long before this, but what this does, this will sit out here all night, and this will allow the wrinkles and the creases from being folded up and the closet to fall out, and it also allows me to look to make sure I have everything I need. This is all still Marine Corps stuff from my last event, so I gotta swap out the Marine Corps stuff, get the Army stuff out. I know I'm supposed to tuck the shirt in, but whatever. And so this is Steve. This is the uniform I'm wearing tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna stay all weekend. It's supposed to get pretty crappy with the tropical storm coming in, so I might make it a single day event. So Nugget is taking all my Marine Corps stuff and putting it in this foot locker, which I did a video in the past. You have to check it out. This was going to be thrown away, found on Facebook Marketplace. It is completely eaten up by termites. It has holes in it. If you guys have any advice on how to fix this thing about using epoxy, but you can see the damage there. In this corner here, it goes all the way through. So this thing's just beat up. I want to restore it somewhat. If you guys have any ideas on what to use, let me know. And then over here in this foot locker is all my Army stuff. So what I'm doing is putting away my Marine Corps stuff, getting out the Army stuff I need for this weekend, and trying to sort out what I need to take and what I don't. Hey, this is Marine Corps too, so you need to put this in there. In there.
This is a bag, right?
Yes, that is a haversack. That is made in 1945. Look. Boyd, 1945. So that thing's older than you and me put together. Look at this. Burlington Hills Incorporated, 1942. So this thing was made 1942.
And this too?
No, the hat, yes, the helmet will go inside. And put that sleeping bag liner in there too. This guy here.
Nothing?
Yep, that should be it for now. When you're unpacking your stuff, you realize, hey, I just bought some original leggings at the antique store for 24 bucks. And as you know, that's cheaper than reproduction. These are my reproduction, guys. These are, I think, made by At the Front. These are reproduction. These are original R2s. These are R3s, but these are bigger. So I'm going to pack both of these because I don't like trying them on tonight. But I'll probably end up wearing the R2s tomorrow and keeping the R3s for if I gain my weight back, or at some point I might end up selling them. I've been selling a lot of my stuff that don't fit me anymore due to my weight loss. Last event I sold my old M1 jacket. So if these fit me really well, I either may hang on to these or may sell them because I don't need gear that's too big for me. So I recently got this guy, and I've never used it. I usually take my haversack, but I think I'm going to try to pack this guy up and use him this weekend. This is a reproduction haversack from At the Front. So I might try to pack that up and put this guy back away. Or I'll put extra stuff in there. So we just about got everything sorted. I'm taking all of this, hoping to sell one of those phones this weekend. I don't need it. I'm not taking that box, I'm not taking those boxes. Taking that rifle, taking Steve's uniform, taking the podcast studio in the box, taking the mat pack, ammo, haversack, which has other stuff in it. We got the musette bag all loaded up. It's brand new, it needs to be dirty. So all this stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, and this stuff, and the rifle, and that is what you call a light weekend. Usually I'm taking that, all this, plus a whole bunch more crap. And it's a light weekend this weekend because I might grab a blanket, I don't know. I'll probably stay one day, or Maybe I'll take a blanket with me in case I decide to sleep in the bottom of somebody's tent. Haven't decided yet. Hi.
Hello.
TikTok. Don't mind the wind. If it's windy, I apologize. I am out here in Paris, Florida, at the Florida Training Museum for the WKE event. I just want to let you guys know that episode 3 of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast with our friend Papa Jake Larson is up and available now at the Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, and anywhere you find good podcasts. Or you can simply head over to WTSP WorldWar2.com. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Take it easy.
right there.
Close enough, Bush.
I would like to speak to your commanding officer.
Stay put.
Take another step. Bring him in. Bring him in. So, everybody else? Lieutenant, get him on the line.
Come on.
Guys down on the wood line.
You want to know what? I got with someone else unjammed. So it never fails. I always end up bleeding at this event. 2 years ago, my helmet fell off and almost broke my nose. And today I was on a stretcher. When they put me down, my rifle butt, or actually the muzzle of my rifle, put a nice hole in my forehead, or my eyeball, I guess I should say. But I'm always bleeding at this event. PKE. no bruise yet. That's good. Good morning. This is a tropical storm rain band. As you can see, nothing big. So, a little wrap up on this weekend. As you saw, I did go to BKE. Did get conked in the eyeball with a rifle. I was planning on staying the night. But as you saw earlier in the video, I did a light weekend. I contacted Jerry and he brought his medium tent. Not his pyramid tent, but his wall tent, and there's enough room for 3 cots in there. And so I got there early in the morning, overslept, got there about half hour later than I wanted to. Located Jerry, he got there the night before. He's the guy I said hello to in the video. And him and his son stayed there. Apparently his son had gotten a little dehydrated last Monday and a little under the weather, not COVID related. Went home, everything was good, and then when he got there he started feeling a little funky and went home Saturday morning, so didn't even participate in the event at all. And after the way BKE is set up, it's 2 shows on Saturday and 1 show on Sunday. What I mean by that is, since it's at a train museum, there's people on that train that you saw in the video, and since due to COVID it was down about 50% occupancy, maybe a little less. I know there's 150 people on it, but it's a big train, there's usually more than that. And so they come out, we do a show in the morning. How it works is, you really can't tell from the video. They board the train, we leave the museum so the audience doesn't see us. They get to the museum, there's a big Nazi flag there, there's a Weimar Republic and SS soldiers walking around handing out you know, passports and all this Nazi paraphernalia and German stuff, because they're in German occupied France. This year, due to COVID, they changed the storyline up. It's actually a hospital train for tuberculosis, so that would explain why everybody had to wear facial coverings for the timeline. And so we all peel out of there. We drive, you know, 10 miles down the road at the end of the train track, and we're down there for 45 minutes waiting. The train gets on the track. While the train's going on the track, the reenactors are putting on a show, if you will. Like, the Germans are walking around, doing dialogue, doing improv, if you will. About 5 miles down, the train slows down. The Germans get out to inspect the track. Something hinky's going on. Airborne comes out of the bush. They have a skirmish. Inevitably, the airborne loses. That's right. The Allies do lose a skirmish here. The Germans take a prisoner, get back on the train, go down the track, doing more dialogue. They get down to the end of the track to that train station. They decide they're going to take the prisoner off. They've gotten all the information they can get from him, so they want to execute him. And then that's when that skirmish takes place. The skirmish that you see at the end of the train track, yada yada yada. Allies win that skirmish. We take the train. We take some German prisoners. They ride all the way back down to the other end of the train track. Meanwhile, we're loading up our trucks, driving on the surface roads, get back, reload magazines, trying to get back in place, but we have to wait until they get out of sight of us before we do all this. And there's no stop on the way back, and so they get back a lot quicker than they get out there. So the time we get back, we have maybe 7 to 10 minutes to refresh and replenish our supplies. And then that's when you see the camera sitting on the hay bale. Sorry for the bad camera work. I had 1 GoPro 5, no, GoPro 3, and 2 of my GoPro issues that you saw in one of my half-ass reviews a couple years back. Charged them all up. Packed up the night before. Unplugged the GoPro, threw it in a bag. Had my GoPro-ish in a bag. Had another GoPro-ish on the charger. I don't know if they fix this with the new GoPros, which would be nice, but one of the downsides of these cameras are when you plug them in to charge them, they power up and they're on the whole time they're charging unless you manually turn them off. And I didn't even think about it because I'm packing up everything. Well, apparently when you unplug them, they don't turn off, and so when you throw your GoPro in your bag, the damn thing stays on all night. And the entire hour and 45-minute drive to the facility, and I forgot the second GoPro-ish on the bench, still charging. So when I got there and went to deploy the multi-camera shoot, I only had one camera with a working battery, which was the GoPro-ish, which for some reason the timestamp was stuck on, so I had to edit that out. The actual GoPro that shoots the good footage was completely dead, and my second GoPro-ish was back at my house sitting on my bench charging. So, and I didn't want to set my phone up because it would have been too easy to spot, and I didn't want to risk breaking my phone. And so the crappy footage you see from the train is from the GoPro-ish. So if you want to help the channel, the best thing you can do is, yes, you see the channel, say, hey, this guy's got potential, but his quality of his camera's videos suck. Yes, I know, I'm working on it. If you want to help me, there's two things you can do. One, like, subscribe, and share us with your friends so we can get to 1,000 subscribers. I might be able to start getting a little bit of money in here, you know what I'm saying? That'll help us buy some cameras. Or two, head over to W.T.S.P.WorldWar2.com and click on that Patreon link. It's $1 a month. You can help us out there, and I'll buy some more cameras, I promise. If you don't want to do the Patreon, that's fine, I get it. Don't want to send me real money, that's cool. What's more important is like and subscribe. Got to get that 1,000 mark, please. I used to be monetized before they changed that stuff. We didn't make any money back then either, but hey, we didn't have as many followers we do now. So please like and subscribe. And as I was saying, this is the rain ban. Schools are canceled because they're expecting all those high winds. They didn't want kids standing on the bus stop at 5 in the morning, blowing away in 5 mile an hour winds. And seeing how my fiance and my daughter are both in school, they had no school today, so they thought it would be a great idea to stay up all night playing Call of Duty. So I didn't get to bed until like 2 o'clock this morning, and I wake up and it's nothing more than a mere rain event. So I can't justify shutting down my business for a rain event. So what do you do in a situation? Well, you throw on your Cochran jump boots so your little tootsies don't get wet. Toss on a navy jacket so you can stay dry yourself. You head out and get them bagels so they can stay home all having fun, and then you head off to work in a soapy, soggy day. So that's what I got to do today. Sorry the video footage sucked, but hey, we're working here, we're growing here, and if you haven't done so, shame on you. Check out the podcast, WTSP.WorldWar2.com. Also available on Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. I will say Google Play is the only app that's complete garbage. If you're listening to my podcast, even though I started uploading it in mono thinking maybe it was too big, if you listen to my podcast on Google Music and you hit pause to get out of your car and you get back in and play, the damn thing starts from the beginning. It doesn't do that on Stitcher, doesn't do that on iHeartRadio, doesn't do that on Spotify or iTunes, obviously. So I would recommend all those before I would listen to it on Google Music, unless you want to restart the podcast or you plan on sitting through it all the way through in one sitting, maybe on the toilet. I don't know. But yeah, I would either go over to Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio, or if you're an Apple user, just download it on iTunes. That's WTSP WWII. English podcast. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share us with a friend, and see you next time.
This has been a Digital 410 production.